I played 100% of Shokudo Underworld, which is a hidden gem diner dash type of game that only came out recently. I worked really hard on this video. It's my first time making a 100% video. So if you like this style of video, please let me know by giving it a like. And please subscribe to the channel if you aren't already. And yes, before we get into it, this is Martha. Welcome her to the Strawberry Cow Clan. Let her stare into your soul. And without further ado, let's get into the video. Before jumping into the game, we have to admire this adorable artwork on the starting screen. Now that we've done that, let's jump into the game. Immediately, tragedy ensues. I was about to dive into a delicious meal when a truck slams into the restaurant and I die. Yup, Kamisama the deity confirms this news and tells me that they are my new master. And then they quickly put me to work as they explain that gods have their own dreams too. And Kamisama's is to open a restaurant of their own, particularly a Shokudo. I don't blink, I don't whine. And I don't seem the slightest bit upset at my new fate. Do you see that smile? I continue to smile, my cute little smile, and I quickly learn how this restaurant will be run. Customers sit down, demand tea, I provide tea, and then they order their food. I must gather the ingredients and give them to this adorable goblin chef. Okay, chef, you look like a goblin and I like it a lot. I like it a lot. Once Goblin Chef has prepped the meal, I deliver it to the customer. Customers have limited patience, and I mean limited, so I must be efficient as possible. If the customer leaves due to making them wait too long, then I lose experience points for the day, and I have to throw the dish in the trash. Each dish that I serve earns me experience, which is tallied up at the end of the day. And I must remember to always clear the dishes after a customer leaves, or more customers cannot sit down. To finish my first day of training, Kamisama takes me to a special place to show me where I can get more ingredients to expand the menu. Then I'm hit with the Kamisama lore before I go to bed. Kamisama is the revered deity who rules over the underworld, and they describe that they are unable to leave the underworld, but they have always desired to taste some of the finest dishes from the world above. And there is one special dish in particular, which is the chawan mushi. But making a perfect cup of chawan mushi is not an easy task. And that's why it'll be my mission to help Kamisama's Shokudo thrive and grow so that hopefully one day we can give Kamisama the satisfaction of tasting a cup of chawan mushi. Lastly, Kamisama shows me the statues that are infused with his sacred power, aka the way that I can unlock abilities, expansions, new ingredients to expand the menu. I must make enough yen to unlock each new slot. And that ends the tutorial, but tomorrow is when the real work begins. When I wake up on the next day, Kamisama explains that each morning I must select the menu, so I open the shop for the day, serve tea and onigiri, and complete my first day. I unlock the ghost ingredient at the statues before heading to bed, and I get my first daily report, which says I had a perfect day. I made 9 yen and earned 48 XP, which is enough to level up and choose that new recipe to learn. Unsure what to choose, I pick the ghostly Ika. I mean, I think this was a fair choice because I just unlocked the ghost ingredient, so why not make some ghostly Ika? On my second day, I make the mistake of only putting onigiri on the menu again. This is not making the restaurant thrive, as I only make 11 yen for the day, and I need much, much more if I'm going to unlock everything on the skill tree and make 200 yen in a single day, all of which are key to 100%ing this game, but I do gain enough XP on that second day to unlock a new recipe. I start to add more items to my menu each day, and I'm doing well. It's day 4 when I discover the gacha machine, but I don't have any gacha tokens to use. At the end of this day, I unlock free money option on the statues, but I'm not understanding what this means at all. But not to worry, I do figure it out later on. By my 5th day, I gain my first gacha token, but it's not till the end of day 8 that I actually remember to use it, and I gain 10 yen once I finally do. I take a look at the skill tree and I realize I need to be making a lot more yen to unlock these expansions, abilities, and ingredients. I decide to unlock more inventory space as I was struggling to have enough room for all the ingredients needed, and it keeps me from going back and forth when I have more inventory slots. I also unlock another new recipe. On day 9, I get my second achievement for the game because I have 4 items on the menu. Day after day, I am working so hard at the Shokudo, serving meal after meal, unlocking recipe after recipe. But for all these days, I'm taking the easy route, choosing meals that are low in price and easy to make, that all have similar ingredients so that my shopping list can fit nicely in my inventory and I can avoid so many trips back and forth. But this is probably not the best way to get the achievements, and it might have slowed me down a bit. Day 12 is when I realized that I can click the lucky cat, and that is how I gain free money. Man, I was missing out on this feature. And I unlock the ability to become speedier, which is a must, as I feel like I have been dragging. Day 13 is when I become a little more strategic with the XP multiplier by having a more diverse menu. I grind day after day, unlocking more ingredients and the etc. I do take a look at the achievements for the game and I realize that I need to click the cat 3 days in a row. Why haven't I done this? I should be getting my free money every day. But then I end up unlocking this achievement on day 15, just a couple days after I realize I need to be clicking it every day. By day 22, I use the statues to gain access to a helper at the restaurant. This little bat will now deliver the orders for me. It takes some time to get used to, but in the end, it is such a big help. Who knew that death would be like this? The same thing, day after day. Eat, sleep, work. Wait a minute, that actually sounds like my days on Earth. Anyways, eat, sleep, work. My only desire and goal is to continue building up the restaurant and for it to be the very best that it can be so I can serve Kamisama his desired dish of chawan mushi. And this game is very repetitive. It is probably not for everyone, but I actually adore this type of game, especially for achievement chasing. One of my favorite games of recent years is Lemon Cake. And it's very similar to this game in terms of like the Diner Dash style, but the achievements are even harder to get. To keep myself going when things get repetitive, I remind myself of what helpful skills I still have to unlock at the statues. And during times where the game feels really repetitive, I change up the menu daily and that helps. Or even just choose items that mostly have the same ingredients can help a lot too and make things easier. 30 days in, I unlock my first outfit from the gacha machine. I change into it and I gain an achievement for changing my outfit for the first time. My next goal regarding the gacha machine will be to unlock every outfit, as that is also an achievement for the game. With 4 achievements down and 6 left to go, I still need to earn 200 yen in a single day, unlock all ingredients, abilities, and expansions, which are single achievements, and acquire all outfits. But finally, the last and final achievement will be to make the chawan mushi. I'm struggling at this point and really need another speed boost. I really need to hire another chef to make the cooking more efficient. And I feel like there's so much yen to earn if I want to unlock all of these things. On day 35, I unlock even speedier speeds, so I'm very happy about that. And I start to work towards unlocking another chef, which will cost me a whopping 600 yen. I'm making about 120 yen per day at this point, so I'm very slowly easing up to that 200 yen point, hopefully. On day 40, I unlock another outfit, Milk. How adorable. And only a few days later, I finally hire another goblin chef. Now we have 2 adorable goblin chefs to admire. Now to choose what to work towards unlocking next. I need to unlock all of the items at the statues eventually, but I try to focus on what will truly help me the most. At this point, I decide to unlock what I can afford, which is to have an additional customer attend the restaurant. Not that I really wanted more work, but it's fine. It's day 45 when I unlock another outfit via the gacha machine, and this one is so fancy. And by this point, I have already been serving dishes featuring ingredients such as unicorn puke, which is a very fun ingredient. I have one more ingredient to unlock until I gain the achievement for unlocking all of the ingredients, but on day 47, I actually have enough yen to unlock the irrigation system for the veggie garden, so I get that one out of the way. On the morning of day 54, I realize that I can unlock the last ingredient. Kamisama pops by and lets me know that this egg tastes better than any egg you've ever eaten, and it's as heavy as a rock, which makes me wonder if the egg will slow me down whenever it's used as an ingredient. This dragon's egg is also the final ingredient that I need to make the chawan mushi, but I can't make it just yet. I will need to unlock the last expansion so I could have that kitchen expansion and make the chawan mushi. At this point, I'm making about 180 yen a day, and I'm getting super close to the 200 yen in a day achievement. So I'm making sure that I am putting the most expensive items on my menu, and I'm really enjoying making the meals that have dragon's egg and unicorn puke. Finally, on day 56, I achieve what once felt impossible, and I make 200 yen in a single day. On this same day, I unlock my last needed outfit, and now I have all of the outfits featured in the game. The final outfit I pull is called the Icy Summer outfit, and it is so cute. I have just 3 more achievements to unlock. I need to complete all of the expansions and abilities. Looking at them, I notice that the altar ability for Kamisama seems to be cheaper and kind of less eventful, so I'll work to unlock that first. So at the end of my gameplay, I can unlock the mysterious machine, get the achievement for all the expansions, and hopefully make the chawan mushi. On day 58, I unlock the altar for Kamisama, and he explains that I'm able to offer him food, and for a couple days, I actually do have some meals that I've accidentally made, so I do deliver them to the altar, and I gain extra XP for doing so. And only 2 days later, on day 60, I complete all of the expansions, meaning I unlocked the mysterious machine, which is needed to make the chawan mushi. Kamisama tells me that I've unlocked everything, and he's so excited for me to make the chawan mushi. So the next day, I make sure that I add the chawan mushi to my menu, and I finally see that someone orders it. Once I make the chawan mushi, Kamisama pops up and says, "Finally, I smell the aroma of the chawan mushi. I forbid you to give it to the customer. Give it to me." So I listen to my master and deliver the chawan mushi to the altar. Kamisama says, "The smooth and silky texture of the steamed dragon's egg, the creaminess and sweetness of the unicorn's puke, and the chewiness of the kraken's tentacle. Yay, it's just as great as he imagined." Then Kamisama, having no more use for the Shokudo, hands over the ownership of the restaurant to me, which I've basically been doing everything anyways, and also I kind of have no other choice but to accept. I finish my final day of orders like the great restaurant owner that I am, and now, having all the achievements, I finish my gameplay there. My final thoughts on Shokudo Underworld. Personally, I really enjoyed this game. I do tend to like games like this. Like I said earlier in the video, one of my favorite games is Lemon Cake. It does have a very similar style to this game, although I do feel the achievements are a lot grindier to get. I liked in Shokudo Underworld that I was able to unlock abilities, expansions, and skills using the statues because that gave me more things to work towards. I found that the achievements weren't too difficult to get, and I enjoyed that the game can be adjusted to your needs because there's really no penalty in choosing to just serve one dish a day. Yes, you won't gain as much XP or as much yen, but if you just need an easier day in the game and you want to relax a bit more, then you can do that. There's really not a big penalty for that at all. I felt like this game had a lot of character in the storyline, especially in that opening scene where it gives you a lot to think about, especially through my gameplay. As looking back, editing my video, I realized that I believe that was our character who died in the beginning, and the last thing they see before they die is a dish of chawanmushi, which I never really knew if I was saying the name of that correctly. I just went with it and tried to be confident. I hope I'm saying it right. But yeah, it gave me a lot to think about because Kamisama's dream was to eat that chawanmushi finally, and once he does, yeah, I don't know. I just thought it was interesting that that was the last thing we saw before we died. I like the simplistic art style of this game. I didn't really run into any bugs at all. Everything ran smoothly. I played this game completely on my PC, and I don't believe it's verified on Steam Deck, but maybe there's a community layout or something that you could do for that. I did feel like unlocking the altar, which is one of the last items you'll unlock under, maybe it was under abilities. I felt like the altar wasn't really necessary, at least when I unlocked it. It didn't benefit me very much because you do gain XP for giving those extra meals, so I guess you get something for it. Yeah, so I guess you get something by offering it to Kamisama, you get some XP, but it didn't really benefit me in the game because at that point, I didn't really need more XP. I was really late in my gameplay once I unlocked it. You do need the altar to complete the game, so I did need it in that way. But other than that, I felt like it wasn't that interesting of an unlock, and that was really my only complaint, I guess. But at the same time, I feel like somebody else who might have played the game differently than I did, maybe unlocked things in a different order than I did, could have found more, benefit from unlocking that first because you gain the XP. Yeah, after completing all of the achievements for this game, I don't really feel like a need to go back and play more of this game, but you do have the option to continue playing and playing and playing as customers will continue coming in. You just don't really have anything else to necessarily work towards, which I like personally having that in my games. Overall, I do think that this game is definitely worth the price because it is only $5.99 on Steam, and I played about 5 hours to complete all the achievements and the game's storyline. Thanks for watching my video, and hopefully, I'll see you in my next YouTube video.